What's up, everybody? I hope you're doing well. Today, let's talk SEO and how it can solve all of your problems. Okay, maybe not all of your life problems, but possibly all of your marketing problems. Lately, I haven't been talking about SEO as much as I used to back in the early days of this channel, and I think that's largely due to the fact that whenever I post about SEO, people just don't seem super interested in learning about it. But I got completely reignited on the topic again for this video because just a few weeks back, I sent out a survey to my email list inviting you all to share what sorts of things you might want from a membership if I were to offer one, and the thing that won by just a hair was marketing your practice. And when I saw that in the survey results, I realized I have not been singing the praises of SEO loudly enough from the rooftops in order to help you with your marketing. So consider this video my version of bumping this message back to the top of your inbox in case you needed a reminder. Or, maybe you're newer around here and it's been so little that I've talked about SEO that you don't even know what it is. If that's you, don't worry, I got you covered in this video. I guess in retrospect, I shouldn't be that surprised that so many of you are asking for help with marketing your practice, because as we know from an earlier video that I made where I put out a survey inviting you to share how you get most of your referrals for your practice, only 6 of you who responded to that survey said that you got most of your clients from SEO. Now, I don't take that to mean that SEO doesn't work for 94% of you. I take it to mean that there is a vast open opportunity for so many of you to be able to leverage SEO to fill your practice, and I'm gonna convince you of that opportunity in this video. So let me tell you, if you're having issues getting consistent, reliable, ideal clients coming into your practice, SEO is your new friend. So SEO stands for search engine optimization. Basically, when you build a website, SEO is all the strategies you can use to try to help your website show up at the top of search results for the person who's looking for a therapist just like you. So in other words, if you play your cards just right, then when someone who is your absolute ideal client is doing a Google search for a therapist, you could be the very first website showing up in front of them. And though SEO is absolutely not the only valid way to market and fill your practice, I do think out of all of the options available, it's one of the most consistently reliable options that works for the vast majority of folks. I mean, if you think about it, if you're looking for a therapist, where do you go to find one? Particularly given the stigma that still exists around mental health, a lot of folks aren't going around asking their friends or mentors for a referral, so the next best thing that most people turn to is a internet search. They go to Google and look for a therapist. Another reason why I like SEO is in order to have success in trying to get your website to show up in the top of search results, you really have to hone in on what you're about as a therapist in your practice. And though obviously that takes time and energy to figure out what your focus is, it is absolutely worth it regardless of what marketing strategy you use. Even if SEO isn't in the picture at all, if you can be specific about what you're focusing on, it's really gonna help your ideal clients to find you. Now, I'm gonna go on a small tangent with this one just because there's a hiccup that I hear from so many folks when it comes to finding your niche, finding your specialty, is people can feel so overwhelmed by the idea of like, I need to land on what my thing is, like the static thing that I'm gonna do for, I don't know, years and years or decades. And if you did have to pick a niche and stick by it forever, that would be absolutely paralyzing. So instead, I encourage you to think about it more like choosing a lane for now. And just like driving on the freeway, you wouldn't want to be kind of weaving through all the lanes all at the same time. It's just a bad idea for obvious reasons. But if you can say, this is the lane that I'm in right now, and if I ever choose to change lanes, I can, but I'm gonna turn on my blinker, I'm gonna check my blind spot and be intentional about saying, okay, I'm going over here now. So if I've hopefully sold you on the benefits of SEO, here are some tools to help you get started with it. Step 1, if you don't have a website, make a website. Now, I know I just let that roll off my tongue like it ain't no thing, but you can set up a very bare bones website and it will still be working for you so much more than if you have zero website. Even if all you do is hop onto Squarespace, choose a template, and then just add in some of your details to make it your website and spend just a couple hours on it, it's already only gonna benefit you. Now, if you wanna go a little bit above and beyond just having a sort of skeleton website, then one framework to utilize that's going going to help your website be easy to use and also benefit the SEO of the website is to see your navigation bar at the top of your website as chapters in a book. We want each chapter to kind of stand alone, even though they clearly all tie back to the thesis and sometimes kind of intermingle with each other a bit. From this mindset, your about page is the thesis statement of your book. This is the why. What is this book about? Why are we here? What's the point? So in your about page, you can really answer the question of like, who are you? What are you about? Why is your area of specialty so particularly important to you? And it's wise to spend the most amount of time on your about page, more than any other section of your website, because one, for sure, potential clients are going to click on that page. They're going to want to see a picture of you. They want to know what you're about before deciding if they feel good about reaching out to you. But also, if you can hone in your about page, then you understand what the entire website is going to be about. You can build out all the other chapters from there. Now, your homepage is going to serve as the sort of table of contents for the rest of your website. So you actually want to save it for last. You want to write all your chapters first, and then you can put in the table of contents. So from there, think about all the other chapters of the book that would naturally flow out from your thesis statement of the about page. So if you're a therapist who's all about, say, supporting folks going through divorce, then you might need to name a separate chapter for what sorts of services you offer in order to help folks with this thing that you're so passionate about. So maybe one chapter of that book is going to look like offering a service of individual therapy for folks coping with ending their relationship. Maybe another chapter of that book that you focus on is that you help couples through separation while they're also co-parenting. Maybe another chapter of that book is you offer some support group therapy for folks who are in the midst of their relationship ending. When you take this approach of seeing each page on your website as a separate standalone chapter in your book that is your entire website, then you're already implementing SEO tools. Without doing any fancy tech, you're already creating specific topics for each page, and each of those pages has the opportunity of showing up at the top of search results if somebody is looking for, say, a therapist who can help them cope with divorce. That one of those services pages could just pop up. Now, there are definitely folks on the internet who say that SEO is kind of dead, but that's definitely not true. SEO does look different, and the primary reason why SEO looks different is the Google algorithm is getting smarter and smarter, and it thinks more like a real human. There's an article on Neil Patel's website called Is SEO Dead in 2023? And in this article, they touch on the same thing, that SEO is different now. It's just that the Google algorithm knows how to target things like having a good user experience, making great informative content, so that hopefully when somebody's searching something in the Google search bar, they're finding exactly what they're looking for in the websites that are showing up at the top. And so the thing that you need to focus on is making a website that humans would like to use, and the Google algorithm will figure out that your site is the right one for your ideal clients. So as therapists, the way we can do that is to be super clear about who we are, who we serve, and how we can help, which I would argue is super helpful to have in any of your marketing materials, whether you use SEO or not, to fill your practice so that potential clients can know whether you're a good fit for them or not. Now, of course, there are still very specific, tactical, little bit techie type tools that you can use to really boost your SEO. But the thing is, most therapists aren't even thinking about SEO at all, and a lot of therapists don't even have a website. So even if you just put in a very minimal amount of effort towards SEO and you don't even touch on some of the more like techie type strategies for SEO, there's a very good chance that your website could still be showing up at the top of search results. And of course, if you would like that extra little bit of strategy, I have that incorporated into my course where I teach therapists how to DIY their website that shows up in Google search results. There is a whole step-by-step process for how to optimize for SEO, even if you don't have very much tech knowledge or any at all. So if you're in the boat of having some trouble finding consistent, reliable referrals to your practice who are your ideal clients, then I hope this video kind of nudged SEO onto the map for you if it wasn't there already, while also offering some practical tools to just dip your toes in, and if that's all you do, it's still gonna benefit you in the end. And if you do want to take it a step further, I've linked below to all of my SEO related resources from beginner to deep dive. So whatever you're looking for, there's something there for you. And before we close, I'd like to thank TherapyNotes.com for sponsoring this video. TherapyNotes is an all-inclusive practice management system that can cover all of your needs from scheduling to notes to billing, and they have a HIPAA-secure telehealth platform and so much more. If you'd like to check out TherapyNotes, you can get 2 months to try it for free with no commitment just by clicking the link in the description of this video. Well, I hope you found this video helpful. I genuinely believe that SEO can solve a marketing issue for some vast majority of therapists. Call me overly optimistic, but I really do believe in it. So I hope that this was useful to you. And until next time, from one therapist to another, I wish you well.